very tough way for the Jackrabbit 2014 season to start. Not only do they lose 38-18 to Missouri here in Columbia, but they also lost their starting quarterback for a minimum of 6 to 8 weeks. Austin Sumner was evading some pressure in the pocket late in the first quarter when it appeared that his cleat got caught in the turf here at Memorial Stadium. He tried to get up after the play, but he simply could not, and the worst fears were confirmed at halftime and then once again post-game. Head coach John Stiegelmeier said it was a foot injury for Sumner. He wouldn't specifically say what kind of foot injury, but that he would be out for a minimum of 6 to 8 weeks. After that play, Zach Lujan, the sophomore, should transfer from Shabbat College in California. He came in relief of Sumner. He was a bit erratic at first, but he steadied himself late in the first half, led the Jacks to a field goal that cut the lead to 21-10 going in the halftime. And then in the third quarter on the opening possession, he led the Jacks right down the field.
I guess the thing was I kind of was a little too excited, so there's moments when I was running around with like a chicken with my head cut off. So it was, second half really calmed down. Game kind of slowed down for me, and line did a great job keeping me upright, and receivers just made some plays.
Zach Zenner scored on a 3-yard touchdown run, and then Lujan threw to Jason Schneider for the 2-point conversion. That cut the lead to 21-18, but the ensuing kickoff was returned by Mizzou for a 102-yard touchdown. That increased the lead back to 28-18, and after that, the Jacks would not score again.
We kicked it perfect, just like we want, and I think we're going to be able to look at that, to be honest with you, and say that there's some guys on that film that didn't play that play like it was their last. And it happened to us in Montana in 2009. And those, not that kickoff return lifted Missouri, but it sure didn't help everybody.
They end up losing 38-18. Some positives to take out of this game, however, is the defense. I know 38 points seems like a lot, but the defense really held steady after a shaky first quarter. They gave up 21 in that first quarter and then pitched a shutout in the second and third quarter. Now, Mizzou scored that one touchdown on a kickoff return, so that's special teams. And then the defense, when Mizzou was trying to run out the clock, was giving up some big runs toward the end of the game. So despite the 38 points, the Jack defense did perform adequately well against an SEC team.
The game plan was awesome. I was really excited about it going in, and I think it showed for most of the game the way we were able to hold them off and do some stuff.
Another positive was Lujan, who seemed to steady himself, as I said, was throwing the ball a lot down the field, made some nice throws, had a little bit of zip on the ball, and he's going to be able to be this leader for the Jackrabbits later in this season. He's going to have to be the leader for this team now that Sumner's out for a minimum of 6 weeks. Some negatives, special teams. They gave up that kickoff return. Ethan Sawyer also shanked a punt in the third quarter that led to another Mizzou touchdown in the fourth quarter. And after that, just the Jacks could not get back into the game. They tried their best. I give them credit for at least hanging tough in the midst of all these circumstances, playing an SEC opponent on the road, having your starting quarterback go down. But nevertheless, it still counts as a loss in the column, and they are now 0-1 on the season. They will go back to Brookings and get ready for Cal Poly, who comes to Coughlin Alumni Stadium on Saturday, September 6th. We will have complete reaction and full highlights and analysis from Coach John Stiegelmeier on the next edition of Jackrabbit Journal, which airs this Wednesday, September 3rd at 8 o'clock, only on Midco Sports Network. But for now, I am David Brown reporting from Columbia, Missouri.